ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the first makeup tutorial of 2015, which I'm super excited about. And what better way to ring in the new year than with a makeup tutorial based on the new color of the year, Marsala. So I am kind of obsessed with this new color of the year. Last year I wasn't about the Radiant, it was Radiant Orchid, right? I wasn't really about it, but this year Marsala is my shit. I'm loving it. Like, that kind of tone of color is kind of what I go for every day, like this past year. So I'm excited to bring it into another year long. But yeah, so we've got really pretty sparkly Marsala tone eyes. Not really Marsala throughout, but it's definitely that same kind of pinky, mauvey, reddish brown kind of family. And then we've got Marsala cheeks going on, and then also a perfect kind of neutral Marsala lip. Saying Marsala this much is making me hungry. I want to eat chicken Marsala like right now. Okay, so in this video I'll be using some old faves and some new faves, so get ready to discover some new products. If you haven't seen my 2015 or my 2014 beauty faves yet, I'll link that down below for you guys to check out. But yeah, my lovely ladies, the rest of this video is going to be a voiceover, so give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Please comment down below letting me know what other makeup tutorials you want to see in 2015. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, my loves.
Hi ladies, so we're going to start by priming our eyelids with our MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I'm just popping that on the eyes with my concealer brush. This is my favorite eye primer of the whole year, so thumbs this video up if you already knew that. And then the first shadow we're going to take is Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek on an E40 Sigma brush. We're going to put this in our crease really messily, just as our transition shade. I do this in basically every single look, but if you're new to my videos, I'll tell you why. We basically do this so that we make a nice gradient throughout the lid, and we're using such a big brush because we want it to buff and blend out as blown out as possible. We want it to be really messy and just really blown out. Don't worry about making this precise at all. Just kind of get it in that crease to make a nice warm shadow for the other colors to kind of blend into later on. Makes a great transition up to the brow bone. Now we're going to take this color from Makeup Geek called Country Girl, and this is going to go on a diffuse crease brush, which is a lot smaller than the E40. And we're going to buff this more tapered in our crease to kind of add some definition. And seriously, this color, if you want a color of the year Marsala eyeshadow, I feel like this is the perfect one. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, so it's really easy to blend, but it's not too much shimmer, so you can still use it in your crease. It's really, really pretty. It's honestly one of my favorite Makeup Geek shades. But yeah, we're just going to buff that on the inner and outer corner throughout the crease. Now I'm going to take Bitten from Makeup Geek. This is a really nice kind of burgundy, like darker Marsala color. We're going to take that on an E25, and we're going to buff this to the crease and then also all over the lid. This is going to be like our base eyeshadow for that glitter that we're going to put after, and also just kind of peek through the glitter to kind of give that Marsala tone under it. It looks really, really pretty. I love this shade. It looks a little bit scary at first, but just give it a try. I promise you will love it. So yeah, I'm just blending that, and then I'm going to take Vanilla Bean from Makeup Geek on this exact blend brush and just quickly highlight my brow bone. Since we've got glitter going on the lid, I decided to keep the brow bone nice and matte, so I'm just popping that under my brows quickly. And now I'm going to take my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue and Stila Magnificent Metals Foil Eyeshadow in the shade of Rose Quartz. I'm first going to pop on that glitter glue first, and then I'm going to go in with a flat shader brush and that Stila shadow. I always end up using my fingers with this product though, so it's probably just easier to use your fingers off the bat. But yeah, use your fingers, pack it on there, and then kind of use that brush to kind of move it around and play with it. You are going to have to work a little bit with this product because it does take a little bit to kind of get it the way you want it to look, but it's so worth it in the end because it looks perfect. And if you are going to pop it on your lids with your finger, I recommend using your pinky, because I used my middle finger for the other eye and it was a little bit too big and kind of got where I didn't want it to go, but I fixed that in the end. I took the fluffier side of that brush. This is the brush that comes with the Naked palette, and I just kind of blended those edges and kept patting it, and you kind of have to work with the shade like I said. And then I took that E25 brush with a little bit more of Bitten, yeah, and I just kind of ran that through the crease so that the glitter wasn't too far up and it kind of blended really nicely. Now I'm taking this Amazonian clay gel liner from Tarte. I know, not my NYC liquid liner, but yeah, I'm gonna put this on with a EO5 brush from Sigma. I've been liking this eyeliner a lot, but I can't lie, I kind of wish I used my NYC liquid liner just because it was a little bit more difficult to cover that glitter on the lid. I had to go over it with like a few more times. Now I'm gonna pop on some falsies. These are the Creme 747Ls. First, gonna just coat my lashes with some mascara to prep them. You want to do this so that they fade into the falsies really nicely. And then for how I put on my falsies, I kind of apply glue, pop them on the center, and then once they're on the center, I tuck in the outer corner, and then I go in and tuck in the inner corner. If you would like a full detailed video on how I do this, just give this video a thumbs up to let me know. But yeah, now we're gonna move on to the face. I'm gonna start by priming with my Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. I do this first so that we can fill in all those pores so that our skin is nice and smooth. And then once that one is on there, I went in with the Maybelline Master Prime, I think it's called. It's a new one, but I really like it. It makes your skin feel nice and smooth and makes your foundation glide on really, really well. So I pop that on the skin, and then for foundation, I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever HD foundation. I can never remember what shade I am, but I'm gonna put that on with my Sigma F80 brush. So I kind of dot it all over my skin first, and then I go in and buff it in, not really buff it, but press it into the skin with that F80. I was having a really bad skin day this day, so like nothing was covering up, but that's okay. Yeah, I just went in and blended it all out with my brush. I've been loving this foundation lately. It's like one of my faves. My skin was just not looking good this day. That's why it doesn't look that great. Then for highlighting and concealing, I'm going to take the new Maybelline Master Conceal. I think I have the shade Light because the fair one was like really, really fair. So I'm going to go under my eyes, and the usual places I use concealer, and then I'll blend it out with my beauty blender after. I have also been liking this concealer a lot. It's great coverage, great pigmentation, but it is a little bit harder to blend out, I have to say that. Like, you have to blend it out immediately. You can't just let it sit because it will dry quickly. It's kind of like the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in that way. Then I'm going to set that with the new Maybelline Fit Me Primed or Poreless and Matte, whatever, that powder. I've been really liking this powder, especially for setting under the eyes. It's a really, really nicely finely milled powder. I like it a lot. So I'm just popping that on my concealer. And now for cream contouring, I've been using something different lately. This is just a concealer palette that I got from, I think, Coastal Scents like a few years back. I'm just taking that on a little concealer brush and using that dark shade to pop my cream contour where I usually do. So under the cheekbones, around the forehead, under the lip, around the nose, just a tiny bit around the nose because I don't like a harsh nose contour. And then a little bit under the jawline. And then after that, I'm going to take my e.l.f. small stipple brush, I think it's called, and I'm just going to buff all of that out. I've been liking this a lot more because it's a little bit lighter than the Fit Me concealer or foundation stick that I usually use, and it just gives an overall nicer color. I just like the color a lot better, and it just blends into my skin so nicely. It is a pretty tough, like a very thick concealer, but really just choose any concealer you have, that's darker than your skin tone, and you can use that. But yeah, I'm just blending all of that concealer out with that small stipple brush, and then this Sigma soft blend concealer brush, I think it's called. And then after that's done, I'm going to take my NYX powder blush in the shade Taupe, which is actually a contour shade, not a blush. I'd be scared to use it as a blush. And I'm going to put that on with a Sigma F05 brush and just blend it into where we put that contour. Now for blush, I'm going to use the NYX powder blush in Bittersweet, which I think is the perfect Marsala blush shade. I'm probably going to be using this color all year long. I'm just popping that on my cheeks with a Sigma F40 brush, which is a large angled contour brush, my favorite blush brush ever. So you're just going to pop that on the face. This pimple was not going nowhere. I hated it. And then I'm going to highlight with Becca Opal, just because this blush and highlight combo I love. I think they tie so perfectly together. So I pop that on with like a large fluffy brush on the tops of my cheekbones, down the center of my face, my nose, my cupid bow, all those great places. And now we're moving back to the eyes, and I'm actually going to take this NYX lip liner in the shade Rose Brown and use this on my waterline. I don't know if it's safe to use a lip liner on your eyes, but I figure if you can lick it off your lips, then it's probably safe to put in your eyes. Yeah, but this is just the perfect shade I felt for this look to put on the waterline, so I just popped it in there. And then I took this flat definer brush and that Bitten shade again and pressed it into the lower lash line. It really married into that lip liner shade really nicely. I love the way it turned out. So yeah, I'm just going to press that into the lash line to further define the eyes. And then once that is there, I'm going to take Country Girl again on this tiny little crease brush and just buff that all out. You want to take your time when you're blending this out, because the more you blend that lower lash line, the better it's going to look. So yeah, I'm just buffing that out really nicely, and I love the way that lower lash line turned out. And then I'm going to take that Becca Opal highlighter again and just highlight the inner corner to finish up the eyes. Yeah, I wanted a shimmery highlight for that inner corner. And then to finish up the eyes completely, I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes, because you can't forget that step. Now for lips, I'm going to take that same lip liner that I used on my eyes and I'm going to line my lips with it. This has become probably my favorite lip liner ever. I'm like obsessed with it. I use it like every single day. No matter what lipstick shade I use, I always end up using this lip liner under, unless it's like a bright. But whenever I wear neutral lips, I always use this lip liner. It's a lot darker than my lip color, but that's why I like it. It makes them look more defined and poutier and just all around like a little bit sexier and prettier. So yeah, I line them and then I fill in the outer corners to kind of give a nice gradient fade. It makes it a lot more natural when you put your lipstick on top. And then I thought my favorite Marsala lip color was definitely ColourPop Lippy Stick in Lumiere, which is Kathleen Light's colors. Yeah, I swatched so many lipsticks to figure out which one was my favorite Marsala shade, and this one was definitely it. And then because it's a matte shade, I just wanted to pop some gloss on top. So this is Bite Beauty's Fig Lip Gloss. And yeah, you're just going to pop that on. You don't have to do this step, but I do love a glossy lip, so I just popped a little bit of that on the center of the lip and smushed my lips together. And then once you do that, you're basically done with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I love you all so much. Thanks for watching, and now you can watch me make a fool of myself in some bloopers. Bye guys! Time to take a selfie with Kanye. Do you guys like my phone case? It is my favorite thing ever created. Guys, I had to do my brows with something other than the Brow Wiz, and like they look okay, but I'm like really freaking out about it. I need to get to Sephora like ASAP because I can't live without a Brow Wiz. It's a problem. Are you guys playing Trivia Crack? It is my new favorite game. I cannot, like, it's literally crack. I cannot get enough of it. It makes me feel so smart, especially because I'm beating my boyfriend right now. 5-1. What does a linguist study? The form of language. Yes, I just beat him. High five. Nice. Girl power. I gotta take pictures of this makeup. Look, let's go. My hair is bothering me, but if I brush it out, the wigs will fall out. Story of my life, my hair sucks. I can't wait till it's down to the floor. Wow, that was a really nice freestyle though. I always forget I have this mole. Oh, this mole.